Hey, so I wanted to talk a bit about labels versus descriptions because this is an issue that is actually prevalent on both sides of the political spectrum. Just because you label something one thing does not mean that it is that thing. If the description of the thing does not match up with the label, then it cannot actually be the thing. An example of this is when leftists label everything that the Nazis did as privatization. They will even write about what the Nazis did, and the description of what the Nazis did that they provide does not match up with what privatization is. Selling public shares of a company or an institution is not privatization. The government coming in and taking control of a business is not privatization. They will admit that these things happen. But they will label it privatization. It's not privatization. Another example is, we could go over January 6th, but that's kind of beating a dead horse to a pulp. But another example is actually a right-wing example. Fascism. Now, I have challenged fascists in the past on their definition of what a fascist is, or what fascism is. And oftentimes these people will say fascism is a philosophy of nature. But when you press them on it, they can't describe what a philosophy of nature is. They can't describe what makes fascism a philosophy of nature. They can't define what an unnatural philosophy is. All they can do is say fascism is a philosophy of nature, Marxism is not. They can't explain why. Now, if you look at the description of what fascism is an artificial hierarchy. It is an artificial structure. How can an artificial structure be natural? How can this qualify as a philosophy of nature? It can't. So, fascism is not a philosophy of nature. It's labeled that by people who are pro-fascist, but it is not that. So always be wary. Do not just read the headline. Actually read what is being described. Read deeper into it, because people are very dishonest all the time about stuff like this, and they will label things and hope that you don't look past the label. That's about all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. Peace.